All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another post game here on Rangers Central. The Rangers drop game one of the Eastern Conference Finals 3-0 to the Florida Panthers. A complete no-show as this team, do I need to show up? Because they didn't tonight, but we'll break it down. Not that there's a whole lot to break down with this game because it was kind of a snooze fest here, but we'll talk about this game and then everybody could just go to bed because I think all of us are tired after that one and all of us are fed up after that one. Meanwhile, I'm going to be kept up at night just thinking about so much of this game. But before we jump into everything, leave a like on the post-game show on your way in. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans, and turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live. I'm not even mad. I'm just honestly disappointed. I'm just disappointed with the way that this game went because it's not even like Florida killed you. It's not even like you got killed. You just didn't show up. And that doesn't take anything away from Florida, what they did defensively at times. You didn't show up, though. Like, you didn't do anything tonight. Every loose puck, Florida's way. Every board battle, Florida's way. Every bounce, Florida's way. What am I supposed to say? Like, what am I supposed to be mad at other than they have to make adjustments, they have to be going back to the drawing board, and they have to get to the damn middle of the ice? The thing that did make me mad, I will say, because there are things that did make me mad. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I wasn't mad at the fact that they were forcing the stretch pass way too much at times, trying to go blue line to blue line at times, versus just simply playing with puck support and carrying the puck all the way up through the neutral zone with puck support like they did against Carolina. But you didn't see that tonight. You didn't see any puck support tonight. So that's what annoyed me. Couldn't make tape-to-tape passes. I mean, the forecheck, where was that? There's not a single aspect of the game you could be excited about. And Igor let me down. He let me down. And I feel like a complete ass. I feel like a complete clown for how much I was gloating about how this guy's better than Bobrovsky. And not that I'm going to sit here and, throw pom-poms for Bobrovsky because he didn't get tested. No, the Rangers generate like nothing. So I'm not going to sit here and whip out the pom-poms entirely for him. He made some good stops, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that he faced a lot of chances and that he deserves too much praise. I give credit when it's due. I'm not there with that. But I will say that Igor did let me down in the fact that first goal, I know it took a bounce off of Fox's stick. I still feel like he should have had time to see that one. And then the second goal. Oh my God, are you kidding me? That second goal, Igor, what is he doing with the puck there? Why is he that far out of his crease? Why is he playing the puck there in general? And why is he passing it right to, who was it, Verhaeghe or Reinhart, whoever it was? I think Verhaeghe. And then Lafreniere just tips it into his own net. Unbelievable. That's what you do in front of your fans, though. And then Bennett had the empty netter, so I don't know what there is to say about that one. But the only positive I could think of in any regard is it's not like Florida got their goals off of, cycling and all that stuff, but there are a lot of things that were concerning. The biggest concern is the fact that I said going into this, my worry was the Rangers' breakout issues being even more of an issue going into this because of the fact that Florida does have a bigger forechecking presence than Carolina. Well, sure enough, that played a factor tonight. The breakouts were horrendous. I mean, there's a single defenseman you could point to on the Rangers tonight and say they played good in general, though. Not one. But I mean, that goes for the entire team with just collectively. So I don't know what to say other than they have to get back to the drawing board and find a way to turn the page quickly, because who played a good game tonight? I mean, there's not one. Adam Fox was putrid. He's in the thumbnail, ironically. He was probably the worst player tonight. Adam Fox was horrendous tonight. Ryan Lindgren, horrendous tonight. A lot so, in fact, because of the fact that Adam Fox was horrendous tonight. Gustafson and Schneider were a nightmare together. Wenberg couldn't hit water if he fell off the boat. The one time they get chances, you have wide open looks and you can't bury it. You had Braden Schneider hit the post on a breakaway. You had Will Cooley on a breakaway trying to go 5-hole. You had, trying to think of, and then the last minute chances there. Lafreniere hit a post, and then you had Wenberg, like I said, can't hit an open net. Mika had a wide open net to bury one on, didn't bury it. I mean, come on. These are chances you have to be burying, and you're in the Eastern Conference Finals. You need to be playing crisp hockey. Like, this is not the time of year where we're going to take your bullshit of, oh, you know what, we'll maybe play just, you know, a few good minutes here, a few good minutes. No. This is the Eastern Conference Finals. If you want to be taken seriously and you want to be hoisting the cup, nah, we're not taking the bullshit here. It's only one game. And this is the first time they're down in a series all postseason long. So let's see how they battle through, and they better. And 94, they were down 1-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. How great is that? So we can look at that and use that as the scapegoat. But you know what? I'll tell you right now, if there is not any adjustment or there's not any urgency in game 2, we're done here, because you already lost home ice, your home ice advantage here with the fact that you lost game 1. Game 2, now it becomes pivotal to win that game, because if you do not and you go to Florida down 2-0, you are pretty much toast at that point. So you made game 2 pretty much a must win when the Panthers had no pressure going into this game. Now they have even less pressure going in the game 2. So they got to find a way to turn the page here and win game 2. Simple as that. And yeah, it is what it is. Like, there's not much I can say. They no-showed. Have to make adjustments game 2. In terms of what those adjustments are, have to break the puck out cleaner. And I'd like to see them in the offensive zone play a cleaner game. They have to find a way to get bodies to the front of the net. It drove me insane seeing 2 guys below the hash marks at a time. What are we doing here? What are we doing setting 2 guys below the hash marks here? You are making Florida's life easy. Come on. But in terms of other changes, lineup-wise, I'd like to see, it might be controversial. I want to see Rempe back in. I do want to see Rempe back in the lineup. I think that it's time that it's not going to be Roslovic. Granted, that penalty he took was horrendous tonight. It's not going to be him, and I'm glad he was benched after. It's not going to be Wenberg, since I saw that in the chat. It's got to be either Kakko or VC. It has to be Kakko or VC, because there is nothing that either of those guys are bringing to the lineup that are moving the needle for me. And yeah, I know the BS call that they had on Lafreniere, but we have no room really to complain about officiating when the team looked putrid tonight. So I'm not there to complain about officiating. So and yeah, they were putrid, so I'm not there to blame the officiating. And it's just annoying that like, the thing that just bothers me the most is that Florida did nothing impressive offensively tonight. and you couldn't beat them tonight. And you couldn't beat them. That's what annoys me the most. That's what's the part that's really making it hard for me to be okay and move on with the fact that it's one game, is that this was a game that was so winnable. But I don't have a choice. None of us have a choice. The team doesn't have a choice but to move on and find a way to play strong defensively next game and play a very high-octane offensive game. And here I was thinking that this was going to be a high offensive series. Maybe I was wrong about that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to get to the chat. Before I jump to it, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, especially if you're a Ranger fan, and turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live on the channel. All right. But let's yeah, all right, I'm not putting up with comments like that. But let's get to the chat and see what you guys have to say. I'm sorry if I'm skipping any comments here and there. I just want to get through as much as possible. We have 200 of you guys in here. If you feel that you commented something before that you want me to read, then go ahead and re-comment it. I mean, it was more than just Chris Kreider tonight, but you're right about that. Chris Kreider did not. I mean, that entire first line didn't really play good tonight, honestly. Like, who showed up on that first line realistically? Who showed up in the forward group realistically, honestly? That's the part that I'm really just, I'm not, it's hard to get over that. Believe it or not, they did. They got a nice cardio session in, can tell you that much. Yeah, no, I don't think they played well. Nobody's saying the season's over or anything like that. Nobody's saying that. And yeah, they did hit 2 posts, and that's what's aggravating, is that they hit 2 posts and Florida didn't play their best offensive game, but the Rangers at the same time did not test Bobrovsky enough. They did not. And that's what bothers me the most. And I do agree that the Rangers did have trouble. This was the most apparent thing, is that the Rangers had trouble moving the puck up the ice when Florida was putting the pressure on. And that was my biggest worry. But you have to adjust. I know people are saying the Rangers played well. I don't agree with them. You could have your opinion. I don't agree with it at all, but you're entitled to feel how you do. I just don't see the argument there. Jones has to be in next game. That I agree with too, but we're not going to see any changes at all in the lineup realistically. Except maybe Rempe slots in, but I don't even know who they take out. I don't know. Oh yeah, I said that to my brother who I was watching the game with. I'm like, thank God I got sick. Like, realistically, thank God I got sick and had to sell that ticket, because I would have been a mess right now. Would have been a mess. But maybe me being in the building is what's needed. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to game 2. I don't know. It's hard to think about that after this game. I'll tell you that. It's hard to even just have the thought in my head of going to a game 2 when they laid an egg like that. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Only issue is he's good on the PK. I think you're talking about VC. I honestly am. You have so many guys that could kill penalties that I could care less about Jimmy VC's penalty killing abilities. You have Will. I'm fine with Will Cooley getting penalty kill reps for all I care. You have Wenberg that could do it. You have Trocheck. You have Goudreau. You have Zibanejad. You have Kreider. You have all those guys that could go out there and kill penalties that, like, I don't think it's a necessity to keep Jimmy VC in the lineup because he could kill the occasional penalty, which the Rangers' penalty kill was good tonight. If you want any bright spot, the penalty kill was fantastic tonight. See, I'm not there, though. I'm not there that the Florida Panthers, like, I'm sorry, I'm not, like, I don't want to take away from what the Panthers have been all year and what they are, but I didn't see dominance from them tonight. Like, I didn't see what the big, bad, scary Panthers that we've all been talking about tonight. Like, I didn't see that type of game from them in terms of just, like, the offensive side things at the very least. Like, defensively, they were sharp, and the forecheck gave problems. But, like, in terms of getting chances and stuff, and I don't know, there were certain things that I felt were missing from their game. And that's what's driving me insane, is that I feel the Florida Panthers didn't play their best game and they got the W, where the Rangers could have took advantage of that. You know? That's what I'm having a hard time with. A little nervous about the power play. I'm not there yet, though. When you put it in that perspective, that's not good to think about. That they've lost 3 of their last 4 to laid eggs on home ice. Yikes. I'm sorry that I know Shesterkin did not have a good game tonight. No, I'm not here for the take that he's overrated. I'm not there. I would consider giving up second-born son for Wenberg to hit the net once in a while. Seriously, was a problem. I don't know. It drives me insane, though. It's like watching Ryan Strome all over again. Like, yeah, thank you for asking, but yeah, if you think, I'm sorry, if you think Florida was playing a dominant game tonight, I just cannot get behind that narrative. I just can't. And that's where the fear, though, is for me as a Ranger fan, is that I think Florida could play better than they did tonight. And the Rangers are down the series. Don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. Sometimes you steal wins. Rangers have done it before this postseason. It happens. It happens. You can't score if you can't get the puck out of your own end. Yeah. This is what I agree with this. Like, I'm sorry, I just wasn't moved by them tonight, and again, that's where also my fear is. Come on, we're not there tonight. Come on. Maybe after the 7-game series, you can make the argument. Come on. I'm not there. I'm not. We can't be there right now about Igor. Come on. I'll admit that I look like a fool right now for what I said in my preview video with the two goalies. But come on. We're not there. And listen, Bobrovsky didn't get tested that much. He didn't. John. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. Except for the part about the 94 team, because I wasn't around for then, unfortunately, but know what you mean about the last part. And hopefully that's not the case with this one. What are the high danger stats for this game? That's a good question. Let's look at what was. Looks like Florida at 5v5 won the high danger advantage by one high danger chance, 8-7. It did not feel like the Rangers generated 7 high danger chances at all in this game. So they had 10 in total, and the Panthers had 9 in total. But again, context matters. Let's see who got those high danger chances for the Rangers, because context matters at the end of the day of who got the high danger chances. There's a big difference between it being Panarin and Alex Wenberg, as that's very apparent, which Wenberg had one. Lafreniere, I don't know when Hedl had one. VC, Zibanejad, Trocheck. Trocheck makes sense. And then Cooley, that one makes sense. I don't know when they got the Hedl one, but I know I understand the rest of them, but like I don't know. Like VC, like who cares if he gets a high danger chance? Wenberg couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. No. Listen, I didn't mean any disrespect to Bobrovsky in my preview. I just think the facts are the facts from the statistics thus far this postseason, that Igor's been the better goalie. It wasn't a knock on Bobrovsky. But I also can't discount the fact that, one, this guy was almost ran out of town 2 years ago. Even last year, he was almost ran out of town for Alex Lyon. And on top of that, I mean, the Boston Bruins were the first team they went up against, or the second team they went up against, which, not really a lot of threats there, but Tampa Bay, I guess there. I don't know. I'm not trying to take anything away from Bobrovsky with that. I really wasn't. If you're I can't do this tonight. If you are blaming Igor Shesterkin for tonight's loss, and he did not play good. I'm not rationalizing the way Igor played, but if your takeaway is that Igor Shesterkin played so bad that he lost in the game and Bobrovsky put on a Hasek mask and that's why they lost this game, then I'm sorry. I cannot agree with that narrative. Like, I can't get behind that at all. There's just no way I could get behind that. I cannot rationalize the way Igor played at all, but the Rangers did not test Bobrovsky enough. I'm sorry. I cannot rationalize that one. But that's just me. Game isn't on Igor? No. It's not on Igor. I'm not disputing that. Again, I'm not disputing that Igor played poorly tonight. I'm not disputing that. But if you are trying to rationalize the fact that, like, if your takeaway is that it's single-handedly his fault for this game, I'm sorry. Nope. There's no way you could give me that take at all. There's no way anybody can rationalize that take. If they lost this game, if they lost like 3-2 or 4-3 and Igor allowed those stinkers, I would be like, yeah, Igor didn't have their back tonight. And that's why they lost the game. I could completely get on board with the narrative then, and I could get on board with the narrative even that Bobrovsky maybe had a couple big saves and robbed the Rangers of getting those goals, and he was a better goalie. Simple as that. But I am not there's just no way you could justify the fact that, to me at least, that it was single-handedly on Igor. There's just no way. Bobrovsky made timely saves. Yeah, he did. Played very well. And Florida played, Florida's physicality played with great defense and forechecking proves too much for the Rangers. Lomberg and Tkachuk played a great game. I still think Florida, yeah, I mean, I agree about the forechecking part a lot. I don't think Florida really blew the Rangers away in terms of the chances they did generate. But, I mean, I agree with pretty much the rest of it. I don't think Bobrovsky was otherworldly tonight, but I agree that he made timely saves. I don't know. I'm all over the place tonight. I can't right now. Regardless of who we want to blame tonight, or regardless of whatever tonight, all I could say is that, wait, Kreider, this is not an excuse at all because we're both playing on the same ice, but the ice wasn't the best. But that's going to be the case at this time of year. They put everything behind us and they went to work. I mean, that is an excuse, Kreider, but whatever. Whether you want to blame one guy, whether you want to blame two guys, whether you want to blame the whole team, all I know is that all together, they need to get their head out of their ass, and next game, they have to make adjustments. And the thing that really, disturbed me the most tonight is that there didn't seem to be an adjustment. But Laviolette's got to get them in the film room and get them rolling for next game. And I trust him because he's gave me a reason all season long to trust him. And he's gave me, and I have all the data here based on what we've seen this season to believe that they're going to turn this around. But like I've said before, if they drop game 2, oh boy. I don't know if Laviolette tried that or not. I really don't know. But all I could say is that this team does need scoring depth to chip in. They do need scoring depth to chip in. Who on the entire team had any jump? Nobody. And that's my point. So I don't know if this is a burn the tape game or watch the film over and over again to figure out how to fix this. But Hank was talking about how Bob gives up goals up high, so they should try to focus on that on Friday. You have to hope that they will, because a lot of their quality chances were low on Bobrovsky. Right, you had the Schneider post, which went low. The Cooley chance was a low shot on goal. Mika one, I think, was a low shot on goal. I mean, the Trocheck one couldn't be any more high. Hit him in the freaking mask, broke it. But regardless, you get the point. They have to shoot higher on him, and they have to test him more. It's the ECF. How do you not come out hungry? I have no idea, but all I know is that they better try and forget about this one and come out on Friday like it's game one of the ECF and play like their season's on the damn line. Hartford's down 3-0 to Hershey in the playoffs. I would throw in Othman for scoring depth just to see slot him onto the third line with Hedel and Wenberg. I would love that, but there's no way it's going to happen. I mean, I would love Jimmy VC and Capo Caco out of this lineup. I really would. Like, I cannot. I can't take it with them in the lineup. I just can't. That's just me. But I have not been a fan of either of their plays, especially VC. You guys know that I've been very critical of VC, and I'm not a VC guy, and I think the guy isn't really gave much for his team since like January, but that's just me. But they either one of them needs to be out of the lineup next game for Rempe, in my opinion, at the very least. I would love Edstrom in the lineup, but that's probably not going to happen either. I don't know about Kako's future here. I don't think the Rangers had a lot of chances in the slot. You're right. A lot of them were far out, and that's part of the problem here. They got to find a way to get to the middle of the ice more. Yeah, I'm just looking at the attempts map. Not pretty. East to west isn't going to work on the Cats. Yep. I mean, yeah, Kako doesn't have trade value anymore. No, he hasn't for a while now. No. They did not forecheck tonight? No. They didn't forecheck, nor did they move the puck well. And that was really the biggest issue, is the lack of moving the puck. There needs to be a sense of urgency with that. Wheeler could be an option next game. I don't know if that's a solution or not, but Wheeler's available. Maybe he gets in the lineup next game. Christ. I'm not for that, but maybe he'll be in the lineup. I agree that Kako's better than Wheeler, but I don't know. Yeah, I would like Jones in, but it's never going to happen. Oh, I'm not only blaming Kako. I agree that the whole team played horrible. I'm just saying that Kako has not been good this postseason in general. Yeah, I agree. I just don't see it because they couldn't get the transition game going at all. I just wouldn't put past them to put Wheeler in the lineup, but I'm just saying that he is an option, but I'm not I'm not for that at all. I think that only adds to the problems like you're saying, but it's an option. It's an option. Not a good one, but it is one. Wheeler's fresh. Yeah, but he's also going to be rusty and he's still slow. But I don't know. I've been going for about 40 minutes. I'm still at a loss for words. I still don't even know what else I could say about this game. Maybe I'll make a video tomorrow talking more about it. But for as of right now, I'm still just aggravated and defeated. And fortunately, there's nothing I could do about it. So they're going to have to turn around on Friday. We'll discuss then, maybe lineup changes, what else might happen, but we'll see. We'll see what happens Friday. That's Friday's problem. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. Don't forget to leave a like if you have not already. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live on the channel next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.